Hey, welcome to the channel, or welcome back. I'm Mutable Magic. You'll find out why. Stick around. You'll find out. Hey, today do you want to do some more reading, writing, and arithmetic? I do! And today's episode is awesome.
This feels awesome. This feels fantastic.
It's a crossover!
Lieutenant Kane, Detective Mac Taylor.
Could have used a tailwind.
No worries.
Heard Darius already hit a sorority house.
Yes, Miami University. He's looking for somebody specific, Mac.
Have a name?
Alexa Endicott, 21, no longer using her cell phone.
We know where she is?
We do. The bad news, Mac. So does he. Come on.
Today's episode, I love it, I'm excited about it. It's a crossover. So this one lady posted in two different women's groups, seeking advice. She wants to buy a house, but she's worried about something that affects single women, something that affects women of certain ages, and she doesn't want to jinx her chances of getting into a relationship because she has a home. Crossover, right?
What is this? A crossover episode?
Amazing crossover. First, she posts in a group where it's general women just talking, shooting the breeze about anything and everything, right? And then she posted in a personal finance group, women's personal finance. This is where the crypto girls, this is where the drop shipping girls, this is where all these people who talk stocks and bonds, girl bosses reside, right?
What was that?
And the advice was very interesting. So I'm gonna share the post with you right here, up here. Single homeowners, where you at? Do men not want to date you because you own a house? Next slide. There it is in more detail, right? I want to buy a home as a single woman, but I'm afraid guys will be turned off by me being a homeowner. I'm afraid it'll make me seem masculine. And honestly, I'm not. That's what she says. I'm considering home ownership because it makes better sense financially than paying rent for when I calculate numbers. My plan is to buy my home, and then once I marry my husband and I can sell it and we can buy a new home together. Is there any women in this group that owned a home while single? And then we get to the advice. Coming up, next slide. So this is called reading, writing, and arithmetic because we go on social media to gossip and to learn, right? We read the comments, the top 10 rated, top 10 reacted to comments, and we glean what we can from, learn some comprehension, I guess, reading, writing, and arithmetic, right? Yeah, you can learn. Gossip is a form of information gathering. It is the oldest form. And I give my respect to it because gossip can make or break a bunch of things, right? So we're gossiping on social media, but we're learning as well. And
wow, I don't like learning things that make me sad.
Well, I like to think we are. If we're not, it's still good because gossip is gossip.
Thanks. I hear there's rumors on the internets.
Don't you feel tickled? Don't you just like it? First, let's do a legal disclaimer. If you identify yourself in this post, we're not making this post about you. This post is not about you. If you do identify yourself, wow, you're lucky stars. 1 out of 7 billion people. You're awesome. Sit around, read the comments, and get some advice from the viewers here and the subscribers here as well. I know they mean well. We have a sweet community here. Right. So let's get into the comments. Do you have your bingo card?
Bingo!
Get your bingo card. I'm gonna give you the rated comments. Oh, you're gonna like this. For those of you who like to play the numbers, horses, whatever you betting people bet on, 792, 389, 202, 115, 99, 127, 152, 70, 71, 42. Heavy. Of course, what do we expect? This is some serious stuff. Buying a home is pretty much how first generation wealth is created. This is how wealth is transferred to generations. Buying a home is not just about not paying some landlord rent. It's about securing some equity for yourself. It's about having something with your name on it. And the girls did not disappoint. They came out in full support. They came out to respond to this post in both groups, right? So this is the first group. This is your first lot of bingo numbers or horse numbers or whatever you bet on numbers. Are you ready for the second? I know some of you have 2 bingo cards, right?
Yo, shout the season, man. Shout the season,
196, 101, 13, 147, 67, 37, and 37. Heavy, heavy, heavy.
You're too fat for that skirt.
Let's get to it. So you'll notice that the comments were turned off in one of the posts. I love it. When comments are turned off, it means that it is a circus, it is a zoo, or that there's some serious consensus. I'm here for both. Shall we get into the slides? First slide. All right. At 196, 101, and 147 together, it's don't do it. Don't do it. Why do it? They're talking about bums and insecurity. They're talking about that men will be insecure when you have a house, and why should you do it? Why are you worried about, can I buy a house now when I don't have a man? Let's read the comments together. Up there you see, never been a problem, but it attracts men with nothing, I will tell you. They'll want to come to your place. Nah, not for me. And this lady says, no, it's not a problem for her because I don't date men who don't own a home as well. She's a homeowner already. And then at 147 reactions, including laughies and shock. Tell me that's the reason straight up, but I can tell. I've had some guys not want to stay over and they gave the sorry excuse of, you stay too far. I like to park my car in a garage. And I even had a guy tell me he didn't want to stay over because I had a carpet and it missed his asthma.
This is my inhaler. It provides fast-acting relief of bronchial swelling due to asthma or allergies.
I had one long-term relationship where she felt some type of way when she said, my house. So the ladies are advising her, don't do it. Don't do it because it'll make the men insecure. Men don't want to date women with their own houses. They'll start to make up funny excuses about they want to park their car in a garage, that this carpet in your house trips up my asthma, and they get sensitive. They cringe. You see them visibly cringe when you say my house to your house, right? Next slide.
Slide into my DMs.
This is the other post, right? We're crossing over. This is the crossover, remember? As soon as you start making decisions based on a man, imaginary or otherwise, you've already lost. Yes, sis, how about making this about yourself? Like we just said, and there's statistics out there. Owning your own home is the entryway, the segue into generational wealth, into creating generational wealth, right? A slice of equity, a slice of the earth pie with your own name on it. Okay, and then at 389, this lady says, as a married woman, I would highly encourage you to learn how to decenter men from your goals. That's good advice coming from a married woman. Your goals are your goals, and any man intimidated by your ambition is not the one I would want covering and loving on me. I would consider it a green flag if a man is encouraging me to develop myself. Yeah, because let's go back to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. At the very base is things like housing, is things like food, is things like breathing, eating, and sleeping, right? You having your own house is really just basic needs. If someone's intimidated by that, you covering your basic needs, you ensuring your basic needs, they might not be the one for you. What else could they be intimidated about? Wait till you get to hierarchy level 4 and you're actually self-actualizing. You're going on trips. You're learning to make pottery.
I dabble in pottery, karate. I collect small shovels.
Things that please you, things that give you a sense of satisfaction and pleasure. How's this person who's intimidated by you having 4 beds and 4 baths going to feel? It's not masculine. It's human. We need to eat, breathe through this end and the other, and it's just the same. Having your own house is the same as that, right? Next slide. I've got a few slides that are good advice coming from the other post, the post where she typed out in full her question about I don't want to be seen as masculine and that kind of thing. I've got 3 slides that have good advice about whether this lady should buy her own home or not, and how men would feel about her having her own home. I love this comment. It's rated 5. There's just 5 reactions, but it says, don't tell them when you meet them. Well, it seems from both groups that the consensus, and there is some consensus, even if the comments seem crazy about, not telling a guy. Then there's the story about the lady who told her husband that the house they were living in was rented, but it was actually hers and he was paying rent to her.
April Fool!
Yeah, the consensus is buy the damn house, sis. Buy the damn house and keep it to yourself. Right. That's the consensus. Also, date men with their own houses, because don't be someone who's entertaining or putting up with all this ego just to be in a relationship.
Son, your ego is writing checks your body can't cash.
When you need your peace, when you need your security, and just to enjoy the home that you own. Well, that's what I think. Don't wait for a man to live great. That's the other advice, because like the comment with 792 ratings said, the minute you wait to make a major life decision on whether a man likes it, a man that you have or don't have at the moment, you've already lost. Go out there, live your damn life. This is what the ratings, this is what the comments are saying. This seems to be the consensus that I gleaned, right? And that home ownership is basic adulting. Should we go back to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where shelter is a basic need? Having your own house is covered under the very base of the triangle, the pyramid, whatever shape. Is it a cylinder? Yeah, it's a pyramid. Yeah, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Housing is right at the bottom. It's basic. Why are we tripping? Why are we tricking ourselves out of something basic because we're worried about men's egos? Couldn't be me.
I'm very important. I have many leather-bound books.
Sis, buy the damn house. That's me signing out. I'm Mutable Magic. If you feel you like it, you can drop a comment. If you feel you like it, you can even subscribe. I'll be back. Let's catch up another time. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.